Well, the divine got me out of bed to show you this message. And I have experienced several blocks trying to get this to you. So just trust that this is for you and that someone out there does not want you to hear this. Um, but confer with your guides if you need to. But I am sure that I have conferred with the divine and they said that this is for you. So just try to trust that if you can. There is somebody who is shiny, who is very charismatic, who is very beautiful or handsome or whatever, they have a creative side too, as to you. And this creative side is what they're after in a way. So this could be about work. This could be about love, because they know that you also have a really big heart and they know that you have a past. And that's the thing that bothers me the most about this, is that they are really trying to use that past in a way that benefits them. But not even just that. Like, I literally do get, to an extent, some actual like malevolence in this person. But and I think that they get kicks out of taking advantage. That's the word, that's the phrase I get. Taking advantage. They know that you have a big heart. They know that you, it's not that you're a people pleaser, but when somebody shows you love, when somebody shows you affection, and you genuinely feel like they care, you are going to return that 10 times. They know that. They know that they only have to give a little bit for you to give a lot, and for you to pour yourself out to them. And the thing is that they are very good at giving this, because it's not completely false. They do have a heart, and that's why I said in another video that I had lost, because they are energetically um very active as well. They are not narcissists so much as maybe they just have some of those qualities, and they really are caught in some kind of societal like hyper masculine thing. And I know that this is um, the queen here, but that's because of their creativity. They might have a creative career, they might just be a really good actor. And I do think that that's definitely part of it. They really know how to put on a show for you and get exactly what they want out of you. And for a lot of you, this hasn't come up yet, and this is a warning. So if this kind of person shows up, and I'm not even hearing love bombing, I'm not hearing, it's like they really know exactly what buttons to push. And that's like kind of the scariest thing. It's like, who does that? Why? And I'll tell you why, but it's just like, what in your soul makes you think that it's okay? And like, it's really, it might not even be that big of a deal for you, because you're so like, you have evolved, and I don't think they know that about you. So it might be something about someone, excuse me, from your past that is coming, that maybe you never really knew well, but they knew about you, and they knew about your struggles, and they're counting on your struggles being still very much in control of you. But you're beyond that now, but you still do have that big heart, and you still want to believe that people are good. And that's what the seven of emotions, seven of cups is. It's like, this card can be illusions, delusions, but it doesn't have to be in that. Those words have this connotation that is just not quite right for this situation. This is more like, you've opened your heart, and you've always had this big heart, like I said, but it's you you see the true nature of every person. That's what it is. So you see that this person does have some genuinely good qualities. This person genuinely has something really special and beautiful inside of them. But they have their own issues that you might not even know about that have really scarred them and made their ability to interact with others very distorted. Distortion is what I hear, just lots of distortion. And what what's going to happen here is that they're going to drag you along. They're going to feed you their fantasies, and they're going to get what they want from you, which I think is probably the same for most of you. So again, even though this might be the queen, it doesn't have to be, but it could be. It could be male, female, other. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This person is a hunter, is what I'm hearing. They are they're a hunter. They're a predator. And not in that way, but just like they they're looking for one thing, or they're looking for just validation. And you give that to people, and eventually they're just going to walk away. They're going to get what they want. They're going to walk away, and they're going to leave you feeling like you did something wrong, and you didn't. You won't do anything wrong. You'll be yourself. You'll really be open and free with this person. You'll be very authentic with this person, probably more so than you've ever been able to before. And they are going to just use that. And I'm not saying this to scare you or to try to convince you not to open up to people, because I'm telling you this because you just have to look out for this one kind of person. And I'm going to get some more details about how you can recognize this person in a little bit. But let's see what else happens in the story first, and also the ending of the story, because the ending is really good. So we have the muse of emotions. So again, this person could have some manipulative qualities. They might have an addiction. They might, you know, they're just not quite emotionally there. They're not quite emotionally mature. I'm almost getting kind of a reversal energy with this card here, kind of the negative aspects here. Um, but the thing about it is, and I don't know why this is relevant and why you would care, but um, this is, oh, I see. There's two things here. This is going to cause them, if you allow this to happen, which you don't have to, and I certainly wouldn't recommend it, but either way, somehow the situation is leading them to their own awakening, and they're going to really want to come back and apologize to you. And maybe that's what this whole thing is. Maybe this person, you did know them in the past, and you did have something with them, a friendship or whatever in the past, and they hurt you, and now you've spent a long time without them, and you didn't need and you had no need for them, and they came back and you wanted to give them another chance because that's who you are. And somehow maybe it's not them that's leaving you, but they definitely are planning on it. Like, it was never supposed to be a long-term thing, even though they were trying to convince you otherwise, right? um they were definitely going to leave you alone to cry about it. But honestly, with the Hermit card, although the imagery kind of looks like that, the Hermit card itself is like you're stable inside. It, maybe you even, maybe you, you kind of gave. This is a really fun. That I'm sorry. You did like an Uno reversal on them. So you knew all along what they were doing, and you were just allowing them to do it because you were having fun too. And that's fine. I mean, you know what? Play the player. Play the player. Do what you need to, because this person does not have a kind heart, at least not yet. They're going to, I see that, but not yet. And it's not going to be like, that's not your path, really. I don't think spirit doesn't believe that this is your path, but things change, whatever. I do see in the hopes and fears part of this, it almost is like you're scared that you're going to catch feelings, or maybe you both are scared that you're going to catch feelings, because especially this person now, because this person does not do that. They don't appreciate that. That's what makes them run away. And I think that's what that is. It's like, the more longer you spend with them, the more you're kind of afraid that they'll run away, and you're kind of, you get a little bit more attached, and the more that they want to run away, because of not because of you, though. It has nothing to do with you. And that's very loud here. I wouldn't be here if it was, because of you, whatever. But like, it really isn't. It's really them. And that's something spirit really needs you to know. It's them, it's not you. They are the ones with the problem, okay? And I'm not saying that nothing is your responsibility. I'm not saying that you have no power over anything. A lot of things you do have a lot of control over, but you don't have control over this person, and this person is not allowing you the honesty and the transparency for you to make, an informed decision, um, without your intuition. But your intuition is kind of, I think it's grabbing it. So it really depends. It's not for everybody. I think some people will kind of figure it out and go with it. Some others, mm, maybe not. And either way, though, I really think this is a warning not to let it go anywhere unless you really want that. And if you really want that, just know that this is, this person is not going to. You can't rely on this person. You know. Um, So we have justice in the end. Again, if you watched my reading yesterday, that was big energy yesterday. Justice in the end. That it's going to be corrected. This person is going to get their dues, for this, whether it be by your guides or your ancestors, or just because their own behavior, cause and effect. Uh-oh, look at the consequences of your own bad behavior. That's the kind. That's what I just heard. Oh my gosh. So, whether it be because of your situation in particular, or because this person continues to do what they're doing, they're not going to prosper from this. Excuse me. They're not going to prosper from this. Why can't I say that word? Prosper. Um, they're not. They can't. Somebody is not going to tolerate what they are doing. Okay. Um, and I asked how the justice energy would manifest, and I got the Knight of Voices, which is Knight of Swords, and Page of Materials, which is Page of Pentacles. I honestly feel like this is them going into their awakening. They're going to make a really rash decision, trying to get something physical that they want, and bam, they're going to cut themselves, okay? Somebody's going to cut them. And this is after the situation with you. So I feel like that's kind of just to make you feel better about it, and just so you know that they're not just going to get away with it, but you don't need to do anything in this case. Like, sometimes you need to defend yourself, but in this case, really, you don't need to do anything, because they are going to come back, and they are going to have this awakening, and they're going to be apologizing to you. And you are definitely not required to accept that. I would encourage forgiveness inside, with the hermit here, inside, to yourself, to free yourself from any, you know, like, weight that you carry from it. But you don't need to change your boundaries just because they apologize, okay? And I know that they're cute, or maybe they're very charming, or whatever, or all of those things. I'm really seeing like somebody who's just really adorable and hard to say no to, and hard to say like something negative to, almost. But you need to maintain your boundaries here. Um, but the thing is, for you, and I love this card. Okay, we got as the result, and this even as this is continuance, by the way, but even as just an energy, this card it really talks about the result itself, the result being a success for you. That's what this like encapsulates, this apple. Okay, so it encapsulates the result being a success for you. So something good is coming out of this. I almost feel like because this person comes to you, because this person opens you up a little bit, and then you see what they're doing, and you walk away before they walk away after they've kind of wound you up a lot. That that was a gift that they gave you, despite the fact that that was not their intention. This was a gift that they gave you because it makes you step outside of your box, step outside of your normal, like, um, emotional distance, maybe. And it makes you kind of realize that maybe you do want something else, some other kind of friendship, some other kind of business relationship or love relationship. It makes you realize kind of what you might have been missing. And so you go out and you find somebody or your group of people, your tribe or whatever, who are perfect for you. Because this is the Capricorn, this has Capricorn energy and it has Venus energy, which is amazing together. Like, I never even thought about that. But it's like Saturn and Venus together. So you've already gone through the work. You've already gone through the trials, and this is like the last one. So that's again this justice energy. It's like this karmic cycle is wrapping up, and you're gonna have no problem like moving on from it because you've already done this work, right? So and Venus energy is love. It's love and it's comfort and it's joy and pleasure and it's just all the good things and so that being the reward that Saturn gives you, because Saturn either punishes you or he rewards you, but when he rewards you, he really rewards you. And this is Saturn is rewarding you. Daddy Saturn is giving you exactly what you've always wanted. And it's because you go through this situation with this nasty person who is adorable and so cute, but nasty. Um, so easily. Maybe not like always easily, but it's just so much better than you used to do. So much more skillful than you used to be able to do. Um, so again, this could happen very recently, and you could be in the middle of this situation or it be coming very soon. I want to just ask real quick, Spirit. Maybe I'll use this deck actually. What uh, what other qualities should the collective look for so that they can recognize this person when they come along, if they haven't already come along? Thank you, Spirit. Whew. I mean, that was some like, Spirit was like, I need you to get out of bed. I was like, what? I need you to get out of bed right now and make a video for the collective. I'm like, okay. Because he was like, they were like, but we're going to inspire you as well. So it won't be like, you know, it won't be a labor for you. And it really wasn't. It was very interesting. I was like, I was already interested. And then as I got more and more into it, I was like, holy crap. Okay. So, oh wow, okay, so the star. This person's gonna seem, maybe remind you of a star, of a movie star, or maybe they work in the. I did get that earlier. I was getting that several times today. Something about somebody in the film industry. So it could just be somebody who reminds you of a star, or maybe a singer, somebody who sings very well, somebody who acts. Again, with I mean acting, that makes sense with this card completely. So somebody who's on stage, who's on film, who's on TV, who's on who sings or who dances, who does something like that, like who's very audience in front of an audience, right? But also like feels very successful, but just not necessarily. But also they could just have a radiance to them. Maybe they even are magical, like maybe they use glamours, and that glamour is very strong. Um, yeah, let's see what else. They've Okay, somebody who's gone through a very quite devastating thing in their past. Um, and this could be the reason why they're like that. But there's this like phoenix there. I think it's a phoenix. So they kind of have that phoenix that's risen a while ago, kind of energy. Um, Sorry, I'm trying to not say because I watched my own video earlier and it was a little painful. So no more of that word. Mm. So what else should they look out for? You know what? I have kind of a crush on this card because I just think he's adorable on this card. But that totally makes sense because he knows he's cute. You know, he doesn't have to say it, but he knows. He knows. Um, Sorry, damn. And you know what? Let's just scratch that moment. Um, but I'm not going to take that out because we're all growing here. Yeah. Um, Also, I'm too lazy. Page of Swords. So they could be studying something, or they could just be very curious about the world. They could be starting a new job. They could be studying a script. I honestly think that, I mean, that's obviously not for everybody. Like about the actor or something, but it's like they're studying something. There is definitely a connection there. Maybe they love film. Maybe they love to read. Oh my gosh, another knight. So we have like lots of knights and pages. So, but the knights are F boys, they really are. And this one really wants something, he wants something physical. So I feel like it's going to be obvious. I think you just need to follow your intuition, but there is this story here that does give a pretty good picture of who it could be. And again, not everybody's going to know who this is yet. This is going to be somebody you're going to meet, or again, it's somebody from your past, but you haven't really talked to them in a while, so you don't necessarily know what's happened to them in the past years. So yeah, something to think about. But remember that you are ending up with this continuance. So you have nothing to worry about. This is just like a fair warning, this person is crap, you know? So I hope that this message was useful for you. Please look down below in the description, click my Beacons AI link, and find a personal reading. Or you can look at my other social medias. Make sure you like and like and describe. What does that mean? Like and comment and subscribe. And I'm still holding this card. Thinking of Cinderella. Maybe you need to clean. Oh, I was getting that. You need to cleanse your energy. I did that myself just now. Um, I wouldn't use sage though. They specifically said no sage. Palo Santo is great, or doing like a clearing a ritual is really good because that kind of is more targeted. But yes, Palo Santo is great if you want to do that. You can use sage. It really cleanses everything, and you don't always want to do that because there's good energies too. Yes. Anything else? Subscribe, like, and just continue loving. Don't let this person dissuade you from loving the world and having a big heart. Okay, don't let this person change who you are, because you've signed a contract with the divine, to have a really big mission here, and they haven't. Simple as that. It's not that you're superior or inferior or whatever. It's just that you have an important mission here, and they are here for a mission too, but it's really more of a personal one, I'm hearing. So anyway, you're going to make a big difference, and you just need to remember that with this person. I feel like they make you feel less confident in a way, even though you do really like their company. Also something to think about. Okay, bye.